As the flagship model of the Leapmotor D19, I believe you have seen a lot of videos in terms of appearance. So to sum up, there are two keywords: big enough, noble enough. So in this video we're going to take it a step further and show you what the interior experience is like. Is it top enough? Come on, fans first. As a flagship model, if you sit in the car of Leapmotor D19, you will find that it is still quite different from other models of Leapmotor in the design language of the interior. The first thing you notice when you sit down is that you're surrounded by two curves in front of you. In addition to that, sit in the main driver's seat and look forward. I can't see any sharp lines overall. They are all softer curved designs. Let's look at the details. The overall color scheme is more biased towards home, and the wood veneer, and V-shaped stitches. That gives me the feeling of keeping a sense of style. Overall, it is still biased towards stability. It will indeed be more in line with the aesthetic preferences of consumers of 9 Series models in China. In terms of interior design in the front row, the Leapmotor D19 also has some small thoughts of its own, like this button on both sides of the steering wheel. A normal model may have 2 rollers, but Leapmotor D19 adds 4 physical buttons on both sides while retaining 2 rollers. The key point is the lock and unlock buttons in the upper left corner. I believe many of my friends will have the same experience as me. That is, if you drive a new energy vehicle that you are not very familiar with, it really takes a while to find the unlock button. Some cars might be here, some cars might be over there, some cars here, some cars might be here. Every car is unique, so it's really inconvenient to get on and off the car. Then this car also takes into account this high-frequency pain point. Put it in the upper left corner of the steering wheel. This position is basically very intuitive to see. Of course, as a flagship SUV model that will not be launched until 2026, in terms of intelligence, I don't think you need to worry too much. Look at the screen first. The screen in front of me is a 10.25-inch instrument screen. More common design. The head unit in the middle is 17.3 inches. In terms of this size alone, it is indeed larger than the head unit of most models currently on the market. And it uses a relatively narrow border with a lightweight design. So the overall visual impression may be larger. And this car uses the central pre-control of Leap 4.0, equipped with dual 8797 chips. Then this is also the first time this chip has been boarded. What are the benefits of such a dual 8797 chips? Previous models are more likely to be a set of chips for smart driving and a set of chips for the cockpit. There may be a certain blockage in the transmission of information, but the advantage of a dual chip is that its cockpit and smart driver can be merged into one. Its information transfer will be more efficient during operation. At the same time, the rendering of the interface, especially the rendering of the SR interface, will be more smooth and silky. The computing power of this chip reaches 1280 tops. At least enough redundancy for the next 5 years. So in addition to the above visible and tangible changes, the Leapmotor D19 also has an ingenious small design in terms of air. Merino oxygen chamber function. There are 2 modes. One is oxygenation throughout the vehicle. One is oxygen inhalation. Oxygen throughout the car is actually distributed, blowing oxygen out of the air conditioning trend. Increase the oxygen content of the vehicle. And for inhaling oxygen, you use this disposable sterile mask. This mask can be connected to the oxygen supply tube below to realize the function of absorbing oxygen. With this function, you can drive this Leapmotor D19 with more confidence and boldness to challenge size and plateau and even the global plateau. As a large SUV with a length of 5.3 m and a wheelbase of more than 3.1 m, you never have to worry about the second row. Then this time, the Leapmotor D19 provides 2 versions of 6 and 7 seats to choose from. The model we shot this time is a 6-seat version. You can see there are little tables behind the 2 seats. And there's a little design on this little table. It leaves a small cup holder. It's even harder to spill drinks. In addition, the refrigerator and TV are also arranged. The refrigerator is here. The TV is still the regular old location, but this one. Then I sat in the second row and felt that the seats of this car were still relatively comfortable. The first thing is that the seat is soft. Secondly, its sense of space is also good. Then let's see how the third row performs. Then sit in the third row of D19. The space is definitely not comparable to the MPV model. However, compared to other 6-seat SUV models, its third row of space is not bad. And it is commendable that it also arranges 2 independent handrails for the third row. I really didn't expect this. In addition to that, seat heating function, electrically adjustable backrest is also arranged. Sitting is more comfortable, not so cramped. After talking about the interior, I will take you to quickly review its appearance. The Leapmotor D19 adopts the Leapmotor family style design language, but as a flagship model, there's been a bit more polishing in the details. For example, like this headlight level, what it uses here is a through light strip, but because the pure electric version has a relatively large frunk, so it made a breakpoint design here. In addition to that, its split headlights give the entire front of the car a 3-layer design. It seems that the sense of hierarchy is more sufficient. Then this headlight is also a projection headlight of the same style as the 80 M9. You can cast some custom pictures. Then look at the side. The length of this car reaches 5,250 mm. The wheelbase is also more than 3.1 m, so the overall sense of aura is still very strong, and it uses a 21-inch pie wheel. so I think the side shape is one of the most beautiful angles in my personal opinion. And then finally, motivation. This time, the Leapmotor D19 provides two versions, extended range and pure electric. The battery capacity of the extended range version model is 80.3 degrees. The pure electric cruising range reaches 500 kilometers. The battery capacity of the pure electric version reaches 115 degrees. The pure electric cruising range has reached 720 kilometers. It seems that this time the Leapmotor D19 is indeed going to be hard-pressed with the words mileage anxiety. Okay, then the above is the static evaluation of the appearance and interior of the Leapmotor D19. We would like to ask everyone, do you think this Leapmotor D19 meets your expectations for the 9 Series flagship SUV? Let's chat with us in the comments section.